juice. It's just a little wine.
Yeah.
Got 4 bottles of wine on the floor. You drinking just as much as somebody who going through a 5th of Hennessy. You talking about it's just wine. You on your 5th bottle. I'm not even pouring cups no more. So that's where the danger comes in because, oh, it's just a little wine.
Yeah.
Women, we love to just wind down, wine this, wine that.
Girl, you can't be winding down that.
You can't be winding down that much. That's how I was getting it. I was losing time. I started losing time. And I love my relationship with my daughter because I call her my accountability partner.
Really?
She's like, you're not even here, Mama. I got the tattoo, be present. I was not present. I was just gone. And I'm like, I'm making all of these memories, but sobriety allows you to keep the memories. So that's one of my favorite things.
Okay.
I don't want to just make the memories. I want to keep my memories.
Right. Nah, I love that. You have another piece. You call it, Do You Believe in God, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Talk to me about that piece and like the key moments of your healing journey. Like what it also inspired that one?
Do You Believe in God is the only poem that I've ever written in one sitting from a future perspective, right?
Okay.
I wrote that in 2020.
2020, okay.
None of the things that I wrote about had happened at the time.
Okay.
Where I'm talking about my isolation, where I'm talking about me getting strong, where I'm talking about me healing, where I'm talking about me being successful and climbing the ladder. It was just like I was sleeping. I swear to you, I was sleeping and God woke me up and said, get this down. And I'm like, what, huh? And I just jump out of the bed and I wrote it in one sitting. It took me like 15 minutes and it all came out at once because it was like a premonition of what's to come if I do all of these things. Because I go through the poem and say, ultimately it's about when I meet my husband, but I had to go through all of this self-work and self-healing and this self-connection with God before I ever got to you. And I love that poem so much because I remember reciting it back 5 years ago before any of the things had ever come true. And then when I started the healing journey in 2023, I was like, this is what that poem was about years ago. This is what I was talking about.
Words have power.
Words have power. That's why I don't perform certain pieces anymore. Because certain pieces kept me stuck in a cycle of dysfunction and toxicity. Can pay me to perform certain poems anymore. But Do You Believe in God was like a premonition piece. God woke me up out of my sleep and said, write it down because he was trying to show me, if you do this, this is where it takes you. But I just wasn't ready to hear it at the time, but I'm glad I wrote it down. Yeah. And then now I listen like, oh my God, I'm living in the present moment of everything I wrote about in that poem. It's so crazy. I love that poem so much.
I love that for you too. And I think you do that a lot, right? So like you had you had a caption on your Instagram. As you could tell, we was digging through, right? So you had a caption on your Instagram where I think you put your, I don't know if it was the same piece or if it was something else. You put your marriage year. Can you talk to me about why you did that? Why are you laughing? Talk to me why you did that.
I'm like a master manifester, right? And I know that all of the self-work that I've done was for myself. Okay. I'm doing these things for myself. I'm doing these things for my solitude, for my healing, for my daughter as well. But I also know that in becoming the woman of my dreams, then it gets me closer to being the woman of my husband's dreams. Like I'm the woman that my husband prayed for. And I just feel him. Like it's like an energy thing. Like you went through all of these years getting it wrong. And now you've done all of the work. Not to say a man is a reward for the work, because I'm not even like dating for real right now. I did a whole year of celibacy, but it's just like an energy. Like I can feel him close. So let me be prepared for him.
Let me get right.
So the marriage year is, I think I said 2026.
Yeah, you said 2026.
26. Like I'm gonna meet him this year and I'm gonna get married next year.
Okay. Listen. I love that for you. I really love that a lot because I think, like we talked about, words have power. And I think the reason why words actually have power is because the more you say it, the more your subconscious works towards it. Right? So like, I do believe, like I believe it for you. Like 2026 will be it. And when I see the post and you pop out,
I knew it.
I'm like, yo, Kira, remember? We was talking about it. Nah. Yo, I had a guess, right? So I had a guess that we were talking about Black love. And he does research on Black love. He's like a PhD candidate that's at University of Kentucky, does research on Black love. And he's 30 and he's never been in a relationship.
Oh, wow.
Never been in a relationship before. Because he felt like he said he felt like he was never good enough. Like he felt like he was too damaged or like not good enough for the people that he wanted to go, be in a relationship with.